All right. Now, anterior tissue flexion. How strong are you in flexion through the anterior core? For a lot of people, what we call the L-sit, there's a lot of compensation. So typically an L-sit is done with your legs sitting out in front, and if you have really good, strong core tissues and you have really good flexion, you can sit up nice and tall through the spine. But there are a lot of people that do not have access to this. They don't know how to access their whole entire TVA, rectus abdominis, their deep front line. So what they'll end up doing is, as they start to go into the L-sit and try to lift the leg, they'll either lean back or they'll go into flexion and really start to curve the lumbar spine. So we're going to use the wall and start at the very basic structure. So with that, we're going to scoot, Neal's going to scoot his butt up against the wall. You want to try to get as close to the wall as possible with your tailbone, getting the butt snug up against the wall. So he's going to place the sticks at 11 and 1 right next to his legs. He's going to dorsiflex his ankle so we get that length through that whole posterior line and help build tension through the hips. He's then going to push the sticks into the floor at about 60 to 70% tension. Now here's where we're going to focus. We got two things going on. He's going to imagine that somebody has a string at his belly button and is pulling that string forward and drawing him away from the wall. Simultaneously, he's going to imagine someone has a string at the top of his head and is pulling him up nice and tall through the spine. So we got two different things that we want to focus on. Do not flare the ribs though, so we don't want to go into that lumbar extension. We want a nice tall spine and lengthen the spine and then pull yourself forward. Imagine you're pushing that belly button forward toward your toes. Hold that, focus on breath. Make sure you're not holding your breath. We want to be able to keep that intra-abdominal pressure as we continue to breathe. Hold for about 6 to 10 seconds, then we ease off tension, and then we repeat. About 70% tension into the floor with the sticks. You may need a little bit more, and that's perfectly fine. And then once again, pull that belly button forward, create a nice tall spine, and really start to activate those anterior tissues and get really strong in flexion. Have a go at it. Give about 5 reps. Have fun. We'll see everybody later.